What's up everyone, what's happening? Welcome and let's get ready for this week's weekly Meet B.LEAGUE. We are going into our 12th edition. This is Keita, your host for weekly Meet B.LEAGUE. I'm a street baller and a founder of a Japanese streetball league called Sun City, and also a FIFA 3x3 player competing on an international stage. Alright, are you ready for the B.LEAGUE Championship? We're going to introduce you the must-see points of the postseason. And thank you all for waiting. 30 Rabana's interview and more. So make sure to check us out. Alright then, let's get it started. Did you check out the game we mentioned on May 8th? It was the match between Seahorse Mikawa and Osaka Ebesa. Kanemaru's shooting was what we expected at the beginning, but he was struggling in the second half with Newville on him. It was Osaka Ebesa who was victorious with their fast-paced running game. With this win, now it's official that Osaka will host their first ever B-League Championship game at home. Congratulations! Now that all 8 teams advancing to the postseason are confirmed, the stage is set for this year's championship. I think every team has a shot at the title this year. Who you got? The next must-see livestream match is on May 15th. It's Ryukyu Golden Kings versus Toyama Grazies. Let's introduce the teams. First off, playing at home, Ryukyu Golden Kings. The game venue is the brand new Okinawa Arena, which we have introduced in the show. Championship game atmosphere in this amazing arena? The word exciting will not be enough for it. The team punched their ticket to the B-League Championship as the top seed in the Western Conference. They had a tremendous start with 11-game winning streak at the beginning of the season. And with their aggressive defense and reliable bigs, they were always solid and consistent throughout the season. You better look out for this player, the dominator in the post. Number 45, center, Jack Cooley. Former NBA player and FIBA Europe Cup champion in 2019. Cooley led the league in rebound this season with 12.3 rebounds per game. Let's watch his play here. Okay. Look at the D and a hustle. Look at the motion. He's yelling, he's screaming. Okay, feed the big fella down low. Rip through, power move, little baby hook, and one. Man, I love that type of energy. Okay, one dribble, spin move, power his way through, and he gets the bucket. Man, he's so powerful. Oh, what a block, not in his house. Okay, pick and roll. Power slam with both hands. Man, I love his energy, how he plays with intensity. He also averaged 16 points per game, along with his double-digit rebounds. Spending 2 seasons in a row with the Ryukyu Golden Kings, he fell in love with Okinawa so much, he decided to get married with his fiancée in the hometown. We are happy that they chose Okinawa for that very special moment in their lives. The opposing team is the Toyama Grazies, finishing 5th in the Eastern Conference. They clinched their spot at the championship with the wild card. They had some ups and downs but overcame the adversity with their dominating offense, defeating top-ranked teams. They are one of the surprising teams in the league. Grazies led the league in average points per game with 89, along with free throw attempts and free throw percentage. These stats shows that they are one of the toughest teams to stop. Another unique stats that they have is that although Ryukyu is the best offensive rebounding team, Toyama is the league leader in number of defensive rebounds. You need to check this player out. You can never ignore his presence because he's just too big. Number 34, center, Joshua Smith. 6 feet 10 inches, 290 pounds. He is literally the biggest player in the B-League. And using his size is what he does best. He joined the B-League after playing in the D-League of the NBA and Philippines. Let's check out his play. Man, look at him. He's too big and too strong. And one. It's not even fair. Okay. Oh, what a pass. That's your big. What a bounce pass down low. Okay. Okay, kicks out. Wide open. He shoots the three and he puts it in. And the celebration. I see you, big fella. Okay. Double team. He goes through the defender and one. Bucket and a foul. Oh man, 1 on 2, no problem. How do you stop this guy? He led the team to the championship with averaging 18 points, 11 rebounds per game, despite of the restricted playing time due to the injury. But he also has a genuine and charming personality off the court. And looking at how he proposed a marriage to his girlfriend in the front of the fans after B-League game, just shows you he is loved by the fans. So, ladies and gentlemen, the match streaming live on May 15th is the quarterfinal of the B-League Championship. Cooley and the Ryukyu Golden Kings taking on Smith and the Toyama Grazies. Is there going to be an upset in the Western Conference? Don't miss it! Have we kept you guys waiting? It's time for this week's 30 Ravenna. And it's an exclusive interview fresh off after finishing the very first season in the B-League. Let's take a look back on his performance with numbers. Despite of injuries he had during the season, he started 14 games out of 18 games, averaging 9 points per game. His best game was when he scored his career high, 18 points. I think it's fair to say that his first year in the league was successful, considering that he had to adjust to the new environment right after graduating from college. He was making progress, and his ability to create plays and making assist passes were starting to show out towards the end of the season. But the season came to an end just as we thought his plays were getting better and better each game. And I'm sure he knows he still has a lot more to prove. However, we have a great news. He signed to play for San Neo Phoenix again next year. It's official. Let's watch 30's interview talking about his thoughts on his first season and about his decision for the next year as well. Hey 30, have you been watching our show?
Yeah, I actually caught like the first one, but I see the posts on Instagram. That's why I see
Okay. Okay, thank you. So I think you know a little bit about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me introduce myself a little bit more though. Oh yeah, I'm a hooper too. I'm still at age of 39. I'm still a hooper, and and I've been playing a lot of 3x3 recently. And I've been to Philippines in 2018. There was like a World Cup in Philippines, Manila.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was a member of Japan national team 3x3. So I've been there in Philippines 2018. Yeah. Let's get started. First of all, congratulations on resigning with the San Neo Phoenix.
Thank you.
And I think a lot of Japanese fans are very happy that you're coming back to play in the B League next year. And what was the biggest reason behind your decision to resign with the team?
Just the fact that they've showed love. You know, it was indeed a tough season for me coming in. I was already late for about 4 months, and then I got COVID and I got the injury, but it was always love from their end, and they never made me feel like I didn't belong or that they were frustrated that I was injured. So, you know, I really want to help the team, and with the amount of support that they've given me, it's just more motivation for me to play for Neo Phoenix, and which is why the decision wasn't even hard for me to do, because I love the Neo Phoenix organization and everyone who's part of it. So, you know, it wasn't hard for me to stay.
Thank you. You said it was without a hesitation, but I assume that there was a lot more options, you know. So did you think about, you know, about that option a little bit, or it was just without, you know, hesitation? Just
Yeah, I really think that it was already Neo Phoenix from then on. I mean, my agent would probably let me know if there are any offers, but yeah, I mean, my eyes are really on Neo Phoenix and really just trying to do whatever it takes to help the club.
Thank you. Let's go through your first season in B League. How was your first season playing the B League? Like, totally.
Yeah, I mean, I played 18 out of 59 games that we had, but in that short amount of time, I was able to experience a lot of things. I mean, to see what it's like playing outside of the Philippines and playing basketball, wherein you're not really familiar with the environment and the setting. I would watch NBA, I would watch EuroLeague, but it was my first time to see B League when I got to Japan. So being in Japan kind of was like I was kind of in a tunnel, but I would see the light like every single time that I would play a player, a team. It would be so fun to really find out who they are, and like when you play against someone and then they tell you, oh yeah, he's really like famous in Japan, he's so good, and it's like, oh yeah, I see that they're good. And yeah, it's just an amazing feeling to play against players who are very respected in Japan. But at the same time, it's so much fun for me to learn about the scene. I mean, about the B1, B2s, and the B3s of Japan, and I'm kind of like slowly learning. And it's so fun because I have another, what do you call this? It's like another world of basketball that I had to learn about, that I would love to learn about in the B League. So it was definitely fun, and the experience of playing home and away it was my first time experiencing that, because in the Philippines we usually play Manila. Most of the time we have like 3 arenas, but we would travel like every now and then, but it wasn't as frequent as the B League. So that was very exciting. And yeah, just the style of play. It's very fast, and it's such a challenge, especially there are like a lot of good Japanese players, and the imports, there are 3 imports a team. So definitely tough to play against that. So first season was definitely great, I would say.
Okay, going to the next question. You couldn't today play at the last game of the regular season. Was it tough for you to not be able to play in the last game?
Yeah, it was really tough. I mean, I know I've been out for a long time this season, for a lot of times, but I think really just the last couple of games that I missed was the toughest ones, because it was kind of like a injury that it wasn't really made public, and it was hard for people really didn't know what was going on. So it was also tough for me because it was hard for me to even walk. So especially in the last couple of games, you always want to end the season strong to give you that momentum for the off season. But it happens. It's part of basketball. It's just hard, especially seeing the Filipinos and the Japanese people who were like there to support you. And then they just end up like not being able to support you as much as they want because you're not playing and you really want to play. So I think that's what breaks my heart. But yeah, I mean, it's part of basketball. I never really wanted to not play, and I always would play if I can. But I think those were just the toughest ones, the last few games.
You seem to be very poised, like you have confidence, you have that swag at your young age. And but what was the moment, or what made you most nervous during the season?
During the season, well, I mean, I get nervous all the time before a game. That's part. I mean, the feeling never left me ever since I started playing basketball. But I really think that the expectations of people, is kind of tough. But just also knowing that there are such good players that you're gonna play against, and yeah, I mean, just the fact that a lot is expected Especially that I'm an Asian import. I guess that's the toughest part, is to deliver. What, even though it's hard for you. I mean, it could be an off night, could be just not, just didn't wake up on the right side of the bed and things like that. But at the end of the day, you still have to perform because you're an Asian import, so to speak. So yeah, I guess it's really to just stay consistent and make sure that I deliver whenever, I play. I think that's the biggest challenge. But I love it though, don't get me wrong.
Thank you. You mentioned you get nervous every single game, and how was your very first game in the B League? And I remember your dunk, in your debut game. Yeah, can you go through your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, well, I guess pretty much coming into that game, it was good. Just because of the fact that they didn't know who I was, so they didn't know what to guard or what my tendencies were. So they were basically just guarding me regularly the whole time. So yeah, I mean, I think I got the ball in the corner, got a shot fake off of Travis Reed, I think. And then, yeah, I got that opening, and I just took my chance, and I just made sure that I wasn't gonna miss that dunk.
Yeah, you had a two-hand for safety,
yeah, I
right?
made sure with two hands, I wasn't gonna miss that one. So yeah, I wanted to make a strong impression, so I wanted to take it strong right away on my first game.
Yeah, you did indeed. That dunk, was very impressive, and left a strong impact on Japanese, fans. I loved it. You pump fake, you drove, you slammed it two hand. That was impressive. What is your impression on Tsuya? Who's around your age? You guys are about the same age.
Well, he's a great player, great catch and shoot shooter, and I really feel that he's bigger and stronger than a lot of Japanese players. So his build is definitely there. And yeah, the leadership is there. He was the captain of their university team before he came to Neo Phoenix, and when he came to Neo Phoenix, he wasn't scared to be vocal, even when he just arrived. So I like that about Tsuya, and I like that he's a leader. And there's a lot of things. I mean, Tsuya has a big ceiling on him. When he gets to develop his game even more, he's going to be a very tough offensive and defensive force, I'd say. Because he can play a four out here, and he can play a guard as well. So I think those players really give teams a difficult time matchup wise. So yeah, I mean, I love the guy. I love his personality too. He's very chill and funny, and I could see that even if he doesn't speak as much English, that he gets along with the older guys, and yeah, they're always having a great time. So that just goes to show how he is as a person.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, next one is also a question from the fan. It's not a sports related question, but what is your ideal age for marriage?
Wow, that got me by surprise. I'd say 27, I think. 27, 28 probably, because I want to have kids before I turn 30. Yeah, I mean, hopefully if you have someone, but right now we don't have any. So I think we have to work on that.
Yeah, that's the hard part, right? Not the age. 3 plays that left big impressions on you this season?
3 plays.
3 plays. Can you remember 3 particular plays?
The first one would probably be the dunk.
The first dunk in the very first game?
Yeah. The second would be I think when I did a move where I think it was against Niigata. I think there was no time on the shot clock, and I was able to, what kind of move was that? But it was a crazy move. I think it was a step to the side runner, something like that, to beat the shot clock. I think that's one of my favorite plays here offensively too. And the third would probably be, I don't know if it's counted because it's a foul. Whenever I block someone and they call a foul, I think that, makes a difference even on the, just the energy.
I remember that block you were talking about. I think that was your first game back from injury?
Yeah, from Ryukyu.
Yeah. Well, we have to respect the call, but that was not a foul.
I get that all the time, don't get me wrong. Like, even in the FIBA Asia qualifiers back in 2018 or 2019, I got that call.
And which team do you think will win the title this year?
Which team? Well, first and foremost, I mean, all the teams there are there for a reason, and they're all great teams. But if I were to pick, it would probably be Utsunomiya or Kawasaki. Between the two teams, I think just because of the fact that their system is so solid and that they know how to play with one another so well, and they both have,
Like playing the first season in B-League, what's your next step or things you are going to work on in the off season?
Well, number one is to get healthy, to make sure that I'm in 100% condition and in great shape before I start the season. Number two would probably be to improve my mid game. I didn't make a single basket in my mid game this season, so I have to improve on that. And to just also the overall feel for the game. I have to make sure that I know the situation, what's going, how much time there is, what the score is, at all times. So I have to be more aware and not just try to just play basketball, but I have to understand everything from a tactical standpoint as well. So that's what I'm trying to improve on. Just like what I said before, I'm focusing more on the mental side too when it comes to my game. So I guess those things I'm going to be working on this season, this off season rather.
I see. Thank you. Next one. What is your future plan for your basketball career?
Basically to just go wherever basketball takes me. I mean, I'm just like everyone, I'm just a dreamer. I didn't even think I would be in this position in my life, and playing in Japan. A couple of years ago, people were just counting me out and didn't really expect that I would play. But yeah, here I am. I mean, I think the real focus for me right now is to be the best version of myself every time I step on that gym, and every time I step out, I make sure I try to be 1% better. So that's been the goal, and I think everything else will follow after that. So I guess we'll just have to see, because even I don't know where I'm going. So hopefully somewhere amazing. First of all, I just want to say thanks to Keita and the whole B-League family for having me over. It's always a great time with you guys, and it's always fun to be able to do something for the league and represent the team in doing so. So thank you for that. And I also want to thank all of the fans of the B-League and the Nia Phoenix fans as well. And the Filipino fans, please give your continued support throughout the team, throughout the season, throughout the year, I mean. And I just want to wish the best of luck to all of the teams in the B-League Championship. I'm going to be watching for sure. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great game. And yeah, let's enjoy our time here in Japan. I mean, I'm going to be here for a little longer than expected. So yeah, let's see each other really soon.
Thank you, 30. We cannot wait to see you come back to play in the B League next year. Alright, that's it for now. We will keep you guys updated with B League Championship infos and exclusive player interviews and more. Till next week, have a good one, everybody. I'm out of here.